Hey guys, it is me again, and this time I'm going to be reviewing this Legacy Power Morpher by the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is actually the first time that I've decided to completely re-record my original review. Initially, my initial review was an unboxing and a review of the item. But because I didn't read the instructions for certain things, in my opinion, I kind of gave a bad impression of some of the features here. Thought it was unfair. Was thinking about going through doing some editing, realized that was too much trouble. So here we are. And for all the mistakes I'm going to make this time, this is me when I'm halfway prepared. So let's take a look at the box. Saw this in the local Toys R Us the other day. Thought it was amazing. And when I saw this magical word die cast, it was that much more amazing. Now this one initially debuted for $49.99 pre-orders at the Toys R Us store. Unfortunately, since then the price has raised by $10 or $20 at the local Times Square Toys R Us. So Toys R Us Times Square selling this for $69.99, and I was able to talk them down $10 for them to price match their own website. So if you live in New York, you can do that, and that's a thing that they're aware of, and they would do that for you. So here, it's the Power Morpher from the original 1993 run of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which was based on the 1992 run of the Power Rangers equivalent in Japan, and this does not change. Every current series of the Power Rangers here is based off of the series 1 year ago in Japan. So, spoiler alert, here we see a really attractive kind of gold lettering, reflective, shiny foil. It is also in the original Power Rangers green that they first debuted. There's a lot of callbacks to the original kind of boxes, although the original Power Morpher came with the blaster, which turned into a dagger or something like that. So you know, whatever. Over here it says lights and sound. Now we'll get to that because those aren't that impressive. So if you like lights and sound and that's the only reason why you're buying it, maybe you should think twice about it. And this is in response to the Power Rangers 20th anniversary, 1993-2013. That's 20 years. Bandai. It is for people 15 and up, despite the fact that it is a choking hazard here for children under 3 years old. I'm assuming that the 15 plus age range is because this thing is nearly entirely die-cast metal, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. This baby uses 2 LR44 button cell batteries. Batteries are included, so you don't need to go out and try to find them. Those are like the batteries that go in on like really large hearing aids or something. At the back, we see something really interesting here, or at least interesting to me, is I think that they've actually used the original production shot, maybe like the plastic version, because this really doesn't look all that metal. To me, this looks a lot more plastic. And the coins are a lot more golden than what you'd get when you purchase this. Over here it says, yeah, play the theme song, and also, yeah, play with the lights and sounds. Die cast in Spanish and French, I believe. Okay, so here's a story that we're all familiar with. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you are too. 5 teenagers with attitude are recruited to protect the Earth against the evil Rita Repulsa. Led by the heroic Zordon, they receive superpowers beyond their wildest dreams. Summoning the dinosaur powers, they transform into the more phenomenal team known as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So, there's the box. Lots of legalese down here, made in China. Nothing special about the box sides. Just green. Okay. So, let's get on with the product review. Now this baby, this entire front plate here, this entire silver area is fully die-cast metal. All these features are painted on. They're not a sticker as in the original one. And you press the button on the left side and it plays you the theme song. this can go on for a while. They do get to the guitar in a little bit. Almost there. Alright. Now I will say that this was a little, the lights and sound was a little disappointing to me actually, because first of all, the lights seem to blink in no particular order, very random it seems. There is an order that seems to neglect this light particularly a lot. I don't know why, but that's what it does. So with every tune that plays, it just kind of goes back and forth between these three, and if you rewind the video, if you really care, you'll probably notice that this one lights up very, very few times. Also, the sound chip, considering that this is an adult toy, is really crap quality. For a device that is, you know, $60 now, I would have expected something a little bit better. I guess the sound quality is something that you would expect from a $20, $25 toy that you don't expect to last long. Some of the downsides about this item so far is the coin can spin freely in place. But you can see the detailing is quite well, but it doesn't, although it spins freely, it is, you know, how do I put this? It doesn't spin easily even though it spins freely. That is to say that if you put this in your bag, this is likely to spin around, but if you're just wearing it like the dork that you are, it's probably not going to spin around. Now, not only is all this silver part metal, this handle, which the Power Rangers use to grip their device, is also solid metal. So you can almost use it like that. That's pretty cool. I have particularly big hands, and being able to do this is pretty amazing. Now, the back of the device, we see that there is detailing. However, this is all plastic, as well as this part. And interestingly enough, here's the dedicated on-off switch. If you turn it on, that's right, it's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers communicator sound. Anyhow, the only thing that are stickers here, because most of this is painted on, as well as the front, are these little daft colors. You could probably take it off, it's pretty ugly, but you know, I'll keep it on. If it starts peeling, I would probably just take it off though. The cool thing is there's this Z, which could either stand for Zordon or Zyuranger, which was the 1992 series that the Power Rangers were based on. I have a feeling that that is what the Z stands for. And particularly fun, if you press the Z, this button, the coin pops out. And all the coins are die-cast metal with a black wash, which is really, really nice. It gives it that aged kind of weathered feel, which is really amazing. So here's the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Up next we see the Mastodon, and then we see the Triceratops, the Pterodactyl, and then the Saber-Tooth Tiger. And all of the coins have this really great looking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo with kind of a ridge design around it. Plays with the light quite well. So why don't we just put this in here, since it's feeling lonely, see whether or not we can get that focus back, and we do. So this is one of the things that I got wrong. When you put this onto the belt, and this is the belt holster, it's a very strong plastic. It's made of 2 layers, that way this side's not hollow. I've got one layer here, the other layer here. This would, you know, clip to your belt clip, and it looks really, really sturdy. They don't look too cheap. They're very, very thick. That's what she said. Here's what I got wrong. Initially, I thought you put it in like this, but that's only after you're transformed. Normally, when the kids wear it, it's actually like this. So it fits in perfectly. However, because this thing is nearly entirely metal, it has quite a bit of weight on it. So if you were to put this on your belt, not only is it extremely large and bulky, but it's liable to pull down your pants. Especially if you're part of the youth culture today that likes to wear the baggy pants. So, what you're supposed to do with this on your belt, pull down the handle, and when you want to transform, you bring it out, go like that. Would help if that was on. and then you transform. So there's that. It also fits that way, obviously, which is the wrong way that I did it before. And in my previous video, I'd complained, didn't know why there was so much space there, didn't really understand it. So there's that. Now, the cool little surprise is I'm such a huge dork for the original Power Rangers that I actually still have my original Morpher. And now you can see that immediately there's a difference. This one over here, this $70 monster, says Power Rangers on it, and the original toy, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now this is the more screen accurate version. This is the belt clip only said Power Rangers. Now this one came like this. Now another thing to notice is that these are actually stickers, because you can see them already kind of peeling off. We'll see that I have a coin here for a White Tiger for the White Ranger. I do have the other coins, I just misplaced them to time and space. Perhaps Doctor Who can help me find them, but probably not. The original one, that's the sound it makes, and that's the only sound it will make. Interestingly enough, the original toy had the handle kind of going like this. However, this current one goes down. There's also no detailing at the back of the original, and it is also significantly smaller, and obviously a lot lighter, because this thing is fully plastic. I've had this for a while, and this is actually the original batteries that came with it. I just used it so infrequently. Another difference is that this coin obviously is plastic. However, it was the type where it was a lock-in. You can see the kind of lock-in ridges there. We put it in, lock it into place, and it's not going to move. Something that I wish they did here, but even though they didn't, that's really not a reason not to buy this. Honestly, if you're a huge Power Rangers fan and you're a child of the 90s, you were brought up on the Power Rangers, I would definitely say pick this up. The original Morpher in good condition can sell anywhere from $50 to $100 on its own. So if you get this in close to perfect condition, which I would actually describe this one as, this really could cost you already $50 if had I the rest of the coins. And so purchasing this for about $65 at your local Toys R Us doesn't seem like that big of a deal anymore, especially because you're doing the upgrade from measly plastic to almost die-cast, almost full die-cast metal. Not only that, you get this little belt clip, which I think is really awesome. However, the only bad thing about this belt clip is it tempts even the most sane adults to want to put this on their belt and wear it outside in the street and hope to God nobody realizes why he's done that. You could get beat up, but the good thing about it is all you have to do, pull down the handle, boom, and use it and punch the lights out of somebody. This thing is really heavy. You can probably bean a kid and kill him with this. Don't know why you would want to do that, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So there you have it. Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy Power Morpher, exclusively from Toys R Us. Oh, one more interesting thing. Mine lacks the little sticker that says exclusively available at Toys R Us. Although when I looked online, most of the boxes had that. So, don't know what the difference is. Maybe this one's worth thousands of dollars and I just don't know it. Probably not.